Hey everybody, Ron here from a slightly different point of view than usual. I just watched Chris Tuckman's and the Nostalgia Critics videos about the abuse of fair use on YouTube, and both of them sort of encourage other people to talk a little bit about this as well, to raise awareness and to give their perspective about things. And I thought I'd do just that because maybe I could give you a bit of a different perspective from the perspective of a smaller channel. So if you haven't, I definitely recommend watching both of those videos. I'll link them in the description because both Chris and the Nostalgia Critic Doug, they do a great job at explaining the situation. But just to kind of dumb it down, fair use law is basically what you can or cannot do with other people's content. So for example, if you're, as it relates to YouTube, if you're making a review about something, is it okay to use a few seconds of trailer footage to kind of illustrate your point about something? Or is it okay if I'm talking about a certain character in a show to show their pictures, a screenshot from the show? And there are definitely some areas of fair use law that are a bit gray as far as what you can or cannot do, but two areas that are very clear are criticism and parody. So for example, using a picture from a show while I'm talking about the show, while I'm not just ripping off a complete episode of Breaking Bad and putting it on my channel, but using a picture of Jesse Pinkman while I'm talking about how good Breaking Bad is very much fair use and is very much legal. And the issue here is basically that studios are allowed to claim your content and to issue these content ID claims with really no penalty if their claim is false. And in this kind of situation where the content I make is criticism, it is reviews, it's almost always false. And I mean, I received quite a few of these content claims, and as smaller channels, there's really not a lot I can do about it. So as of making this video, the Binge Watchers community is almost at 5,000 subscribers, which is, to me, is mind-boggling. I'm just amazed and so appreciative of it. And I mean, I'm not gonna stop making videos because I'm having so much fun doing Binge Watchers and interacting with you guys who make this whole discussion just such an amazing thing. But by YouTube standards, or compared to Channel Awesome or Chris Tuckman's channel, it is a relatively small channel, which, as I said, makes it a very easy target for these content claims. And I know I'm not the only one in a position like this, but I think the real issue with this for smaller creators is these smaller creators being discouraged to create their content. And as I said, I'm not gonna stop doing Binge Watchers for anything because I'm just having too much fun doing it. But the thought about taking something like Binge Watchers further, like if I work hard enough and if I stay consistent enough and if I make videos with enough value for you guys, that maybe one day I'll be able to make this into a career or take this full time and make even more amazing things. So, and that to me, it doesn't feel like a dream. It feels like a goal that I can achieve. But every time one of my videos gets taken down or just gets one of these claims, it feels, it kind of pushes that goal further and further away. Because channels like mine don't really have the social reach to have an impact on these larger studios. So basically, I don't have a point to make here that Chris and Doug didn't already make. And again, I'll link those videos in the description, and please go watch them because I do think it's important. I just want to say, because even though it's a relatively small community, I did get a lot of messages and tweets and comments from people who say that they want to start their own review channel or something that is generally in the same realm as what Binge Watchers is. And I think that is absolutely amazing, and then you should absolutely go for it. And don't get discouraged by things like that. Let your desire to be creative or that thing that drives you into going and making these videos, let that be the stronger force here. I think it's extremely important for larger creators like Doug and Chris to talk about this, but I think it's also important for smaller creators like me and possibly you to talk about this as well. Because, I mean, for me, the issue isn't really monetization, because Binge Watchers is not my livelihood. I barely make any money from Binge Watchers. A lot of the videos are not even monetized. but I do have that kind of thought that maybe one day it will be my job. I think that's an incredible thing to work towards. So I'm sorry if I don't make any sense and if I'm not being coherent. If you watch my vlogging channel, then you're probably used to it. But I think you get my my general point. If you're a content creator or you want to be a content creator in this space, or even if you enjoy these channels that kind of review things and have these discussions about different types of art like TV shows or movies or whatever, then I think it's an important message to spread, and that it will help keep YouTube a place where we're free to have these discussions about whatever we want, and also to keep the hope of pursuing doing what you love even as a career. I'm gonna keep doing Binge Watchers even if it never becomes my job, but I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be awesome if it ever turns out that way. Also, to Chris Stuckman, I can't imagine that he'll ever watch this video, but you are a huge part of the inspiration that caused me to start Binge Watchers in the first place, and it's the most fun I've had doing anything in my life. So thank you for creating and inspiring us other creators, and thank you and the Nostalgia Critic and all the other creators that have brought this issue into conversation, because I think it's a part of the larger conversation about keeping the internet as free as possible. So yeah. Thanks, guys. So I just want all of you to know that I appreciate all of your amazing support and your participation in the discussions on Binge Watchers. It means so much to me, and really I just think that this community is really turning out to be an incredible thing. I'm overwhelmed and I'm amazed, and it's awesome. So really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I am very bad at ending videos that are not TV show reviews. So I'm just gonna say, keep binging, and I'll see you next time.